All right, what's going on, guys? I'm not done yet. The more I dig into the human body and the more I dig into these things, the more I'm learning, and you know what, dude, the more I'm seeing, and the more I want to talk about it. Okay, guys. So I want to get back to evolutionist on this particular one because I've discovered a few things. You know that I've been in evolution debates and I've never brought it out this way. So you know what, I want to do it. Okay, let's do this, and then I can have this on file for getting into debates with evolutionists. All right, guys, let's go. Uh, how do I start this? Let's start with the fact that if a fish comes out of the water, okay, it only has sometimes even seconds to live. Okay, now why is that? Because a fish has to maintain a proper temperature. That's the way God designed it. Okay, and it has to have oxygen. Okay, they can suck the oxygen through the water like God designed them, but they cannot suck it through the air. It's impossible. They can't do it. Okay, they're not doing it. 99.9% of all the fish is in there. They have some fish that can come out of the water and crawl on land, bury themselves in the mud, go into hibernation, and that's the way God designed them. Okay? But then they crawl back into water to live when the rains come. Anyway, guys, so these fish are going to die if there's any temperature change in the water many times. Okay, if it goes up a degree or two, they are going to die because they have to maintain a certain temperature, and they know to go deeper or lower, whatever they got to do. Their brain that God gave them, just like you, is filled with water. Okay, and they know exactly what they got to do to maintain what they need to survive. Okay, but sometimes they cannot maintain what they need to survive, just like a human. We go out on a frozen lake, we fall in, guess what's going to happen? We're going to die if we can't get out. Okay? God made the human body temperature to be 96, 97 degrees within 1 degree. That's amazing, guys. Your human body is designed by God to maintain a 1 degree increasement. Okay? If it goes up to like whatever, 103, 102, 104, you could die. If it goes down to 95, 96, 95, a couple degrees lower, you could die. Okay? Hypothermia is going to set in. If you get into water that's even 80 degrees, that sounds warm, right? But your body is not made for that. So it's a prolonged period of time in water that cold, which is not cold, but it is, you could die from hypothermia. Your body's going to shut down. It's not made for that. Okay? It cannot regulate the temperature that God designed it. Okay? God designed your body to regulate that 1 degree temperature by sweat glands, by blood pressure, by all kinds of other means that is, in the system that God created. Beautiful, perfect, okay? Maintain that 1 degree. Anything beyond or below, you could die. Fish, again, okay? I want to get into evolution. If man came from fish, was he fully formed in the ocean? Was he swimming around? He had gills and his lungs were made for water now. Okay, so how did he come out onto land? Remember, any temperature change, any type of oxygen change is going to kill him within seconds, just like any other fish. Okay? So how'd that go about? How did his lungs change from going from water to air? And how was he able to come out on a beach that was 120 degrees when he is supposed to maintain 75 degrees and live? Ain't going to happen, guys. There's so many variables into play right there that are just absolutely impossible. That is not the way God created it. Anybody with common sense can see the impossibility of that. Okay? And again, I'm going to say it. If a man goes into the water, we start trying to suck water, and we get water down our lungs, okay, dude, you're in big trouble. I don't care how much, even a little bit, even maybe a teacup or a shot glass full, you're going to choke. That can cause infection. You may die. Okay, guys? That's how precise everything has to be for you to maintain life. Okay, so you're not going to go swimming in the ocean, well, I want to become a fish. So I'm going to start breathing in water, little by little, till eventually I acclimate myself into breathing water and I can swim down there with the guppies. See how that works, guys? So anyway, it's almost impossible. So either you say that man was fully developed down underneath the ocean, swimming around with the other fish, and he had gills, his lungs were made, and his temperature range was for that down there. And then he came up on land somehow, and then eventually evolved. Come on, guys. Or he came out as a fish, with fins and gills, and somehow he laid there on the beach flapping around, and eventually little legs started sprouting out of his butt. Pretty soon he had arms, and he started crawling up, and he got through the sand, and started nibbling on some grapes, to sustain his life. I'm going to get into some more about that, how God maintains the body. I'll do that in another video. But anyway, guys, this is for the evolutionists that I can throw out there, how insane it is, and how every single creature has to maintain a certain temperature range, oxygen levels to the brain, to the lungs. I mean, the whole system is developed like that. Got to maintain it. And if you are out of those ranges within seconds, you could die. Okay? Seconds. You have got to maintain those levels that you have right now, or you could die. Okay? I go outside naked and I'm rolling around in the snow. If I decide to stay out there, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to be a snowman, an icicle. All right, guys, I'm going to do some more videos on this, because I'm reading up more on the human body, and again, how it produces electricity and things like that. And I mean, dude, it's amazing. Absolutely. So I'll get into that later. All right, peace out. Take care. God bless.